quadrillion, 693rd trillion, 224 billion, 987,432,867,222nd session of the International Senate of Sapient Species. And as your duly elected speaker, I, Alnatak of Thuban, welcome you with a traditional Thubanese greeting. Of course, as is custom, you shall all issue your response in your native tongues as I direct you. Please, undulate your appendages, ululate your voices in your native tongues to the response of the Senate. Thank you. Thank you. Just as touching as the first time those vibrations reached my auditory processes. Now, to the business at hand. I, Alnatak of Thuban, have called this emergency session of the Senate because of a threat to our peace, to our prosperity, and indeed to our very society. Our ISSS drones have discovered a new species, has developed the technology to pierce the dimensional meniscus which separates our universes. This species, the intelligence, and now the technology to pose an existential threat to our omniversal society. But do they have the wisdom to protect it? And that is what we must judge, for that is our way. They come from Zeta 3 Omicron, a young universe, barely yet alive. Colloquially, they hail from the Virgil supercluster, on the spiral arm of a tiny backwater galaxy called the Milky Way. Their solar system is shepherded by a common star called Sol, with 8 barren planets, except one, the third from the sun. They call Earth. Human beings must have felt so alone when they woke up in their universe and realized that no one was crying back when they sent their missives into space. But now, they know they are not alone. These humans are barely out of their primitive primate past. They are still driven by the fear and anger and hatred of that past. And we have gathered to judge them. Senators, look you upon this hollow stage and see these humans in action. Wanton disregard for other life, driven only by the own needs and own desires of their species. Senators, you see them as they are. And now, we shall bring the humans forth. We register their species in the ISSS Omnivertal database. And of course, as is our custom, we must judge them. We will use the power of our psychic harmonics to manifest obstacles in their path. For that is our way. And in such a way we will judge them. Of course, I must procure these obstacles from all of you, the senators, as is your right. So, for example, I might ask, what is flying through them through space? And you would shout out any answer.
Bowling balls.
Yes, a bowling ball might be flying through space. I might say, what is in her pocket? And you would say,
a banana.
yes, indeed, but more than one person can answer, please. Do not hesitate to speak up.
Secret code.
Yes, it is the right of every senator to make their voice heard. Every senator.
Gummy worms.
Gummy worms indeed. We've moved on from that one. Senators, I know that our committees have done some research upon these humans, and we know some little things about them. So as we follow them and watch them in our judgment, let us have some background upon them. The Judgement Committee, I believe that you have researched which one of these beings is the captain of their vessel. Go ahead, use any deplorable description you want. The four-eyed one, the bald one, the lady. Ah, the bald one. Of course. And this one is the first officer. Now, I know the Altering Committee has our strongest empaths in it. So tell me, one of these humans, this female human, is driven by what emotion?
Jealousy.
Yes. One look on her savage eyes can belie the truth of that. This one. This one has an unusual station for a starship, an unusual job. And I believe I have not asked yet. And I believe it is a Casparian committee to research what unusual job that this one plays upon a starship. Pardon?
Janitor.
Yes, a janitor who is also a rabbi. Remember, we must sit in judgment of these humans. So as we watch their adventure take place, we must weigh on the scales their compassion, their integrity, their strength, and their courage, and see if they have the mettle to be offered citizenship of the omniverse. Or if we decide they don't, we shall send the destroyer drones to their solar system to wipe every trace of their civilization from every timeline in every universe. We will crush them to dust. Now, let us have a little fun to start, shall we? What obstacle can we throw at this crew?
A fire-breathing tortoise.
Yes. They, of course, encounter upon their space flight a fire-breathing tortoise. Senators, I now convene the Judgment of Humanity.
And then I got finished telling him, if you take one more mug shot like that, you'll be in jail for the rest of your life. My God, what's that?
Captain Cue-Ball, I'm picking up something on the scopes.
Yes, Captain, I'm reading that it looks like a giant earth turtle and it seems to be projecting flames out of its mouth. I will do further analysis.
It's coming toward us, slowly.
Earth turtle, I wear 14 million parsecions from Earth. How on earth did an earth turtle get here?
Indeed, Captain. It doesn't seem to be an actual earth turtle, but a projection of one. My scanners indicate that it is made up of thousands and thousands of compounds of toxic gases.
Janitor Rabinowitz! If you have any words of wisdom from that Bible of yours, let's hear it now.
Captain, it's called the Torah. Nothing about tortoises, Captain.
They're probably not kosher.
Captain, we've got a fireball coming in at 18 degrees.
Shields up!
Shields up, Captain!
Bring back in 4, 3, 2, 1, breathe! Damage report!
Captain, there's damage on levels 5, 7, 8, 12, and 2B952.
Life support systems are down to 42%.
And sir, we have no more shield power left. And I am also reporting a gas leak on level 251.
Pray, damn it, pray! Load torpedoes.
Loading torpedo.
Fire!
Fire in 3, 2, 1.
No impact, sir. It bounced right off the shell.
Sir, while this is a gas and the shell is actually a real shell, may I make a suggestion?
Yes!
I feel that we should target all of our sound waves toward the turtle projection. That might break it up and disperse it into space.
Sound waves, if all of our sound waves are projected outside of the ship, we will have to communicate through pantomime.
Yes, sir, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Make it happen.
Yes, sir. Activating sound wave projection in 3, 2, 1.
Captain, our speakers have run out of juice. We can talk.
Thank God.
Here, I brought up this box from the basement. It's a mask.
Captain,
Status of turtle.
it's still coming at us, Captain. Might I suggest something?
Please.
What if we challenge it to a race? We get out to a really quick head start. Then we fall asleep. Then we wake up. We realize it's passed us by.
So, the old tortoise and hare.
I wish I came up with that idea.
Good job, Johnson! Yes, make it so.
Captain, I'm hailing the tortoise with a race challenge now. He accepts.
Oh, good. All right.
Activating race sequence, Lieutenant Commander.
In 3, 2, 1, go! You know what? Let's take a little nap. There! Whoa! We lost.
Captain, scanners have indicated that he's no longer here.
Yes, he seems to be taunting us from afar. But he's moving on.
Well, we seem to have dodged a bullet this time.
But, my children, I think we learned an important lesson. Slow and steady wins the race.
Stasis! Yes, the humans certainly are clever. Are they not? This is why they are such a threat to our society. Now, what mission are these humans doing in this universe? Why are they here?
Looking for ice cream.
Yes, they're on a mission of exploratory ice cream hunting. Of course, everyone knows that. You should have read your pamphlets. Now, let's place that mission into the brains with the power of our psychic harmonics. Place your appendages on either side of your craniums, and yes, ululate it into being.
Captain, we're receiving a transmission from Intergalactic Police. Seems there's an escaped convict out there on the loose.
What details do we have?
He's an alien, cream-based.
Yes, sir, and I'm getting the report right now, and he comes in a variety of flavors, thus elusive. Cherry, Cherry Garcia, Rocky Road, Minch Chip, I could go on.
Aliases include Ben, Jerry.
Sometimes Blue Bunny.
Hailing. Hailing.
I believe we're receiving a hail. Put it on the loudspeaker.
Patching it through.
USS H. Ball. Be well. of a stowaway, perhaps on your ship, or a criminal that you might come across. He is quite dangerous, and your guard must be at its utmost strength.
Who is this? Who's issuing this warning?
Sir, I cannot trace any location of the transmission.
Consider me a friend.
It is Yahweh. My God is answering this fire. If so, he's using the comms.
I am not circumcised. You have the wrong man.
Well, I guess that answers that.
Over and out.
Captain, I'm doing a report on the ship's sensors. While we were evading that tortoise and all asleep, our beaming sensors did go completely offline. It is possible that in that brief window, a stowaway beamed aboard undetected.
Rabbi,
Yes, Captain.
you're also the janitor. Go check all the closets.
Captain,
Yes.
we are carrying those passengers.
That delegation to Romulan 812 is an important delegation. If we don't get them there on time, an entire war could break out between two galaxies.
I know that, sir, but it's just that a stowaway would very easily be able to blend in among them.
We are not going to risk offending the delegation by accusing one of them of being a stowaway, let alone being the notorious space criminal Ice Cream.
Aye, sir, but we should be very careful and aware, and perhaps look at our passengers with more scrutiny.
What do you think about her suggestion?
I like it, Captain.
All right,
Of
then
course
we will.
you do.
I was just thinking that perhaps we ought to take a closer look at all of our passengers.
That's an excellent idea.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Why don't we put the ship on autopilot, and we'll reconvene in the passenger guest lounge.
Aye, Captain.
Aye, Captain.
Have a seat, my dear.
Briar.
Yes, Galadriel. Captain.
Ambassador. I trust you find the guest lounge to your suitability.
It is quite nice, I may say. Your amenities are very impressive here. This machine that can manifest anything that is edible. I've never seen such a device.
Well, we have lots of things like that where we come from. Our technology is much advanced. We look forward to sharing our technology with you in greater detail.
And this is my wife, Galadriel.
And thank you for the yogurt machine.
Oh, you enjoy frozen desserts, do you?
I do.
It's interesting that you have a yogurt machine. It's a machine that can manifest the yogurt here at the same time.
Yes. I didn't realize that frozen desserts was such a delicacy in your work.
It is. Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Is that the custom in yogurt?
Yes, yes,
I rather like this.
it is. Yes, well, it's not
Oh, well, are we on course? There was a little bit of a commotion earlier.
Yes, nothing at all. We merely saw a projection of a turtle, which turned out to be a real turtle. We raced it and lost, but in losing, we won a valuable lesson.
Which is?
Slow and steady wins the race.
Ah.
It's an old Jewish proverb.
Monish to nod, my darling. Monish to
Ah.
nod.
You studied our Earth Hebrew culture, I see.
I took many, many lessons on our planet.
Oh, well, please, honor me with a prayer in Hebrew.
Baruch atah, Arunah, ya ya ya. Shalom.
She is quite versed in many different cultures and religions.
Yes, I see that. Why don't you allow me to show you this portrait on the wall of the founder of our Space Force, Colonel Jacques Pintor. Come stand over here beneath this hot light for a moment.
The heat aggravates our skin, Captain. We prefer the cooler climates, if you may.
I see.
Yes. Tell me about this thing here, over here. Is this some sort of a wash basin?
Stasis! Of course, it is not a wash basin. What is the thing that he is pointing at?
Toilet.
It's a cat. That's right.
No, Ambassador, it's a cat. We gave up using live animals as washing implements on Earth centuries ago.
How is that possible?
Part of the vegan movement.
I remember this vegan. You eat nothing but plant-based minerals. and
Yes,
food.
even non-dairy frozen desserts.
Really?
Does that offend you?
Why would it offend me? Of course not.
I don't know. Why don't you talk me on the ear by the light?
As I had mentioned before, Captain, the lights aggravate our skin. But perhaps would you share me a taste of this sweet delicacy of yours without any dairy products, as you say?
Of course.
Stasis! Now, of course, the captain. We should have him provide something so offensive that immediately the ambassador and his wife become angry and take flight. What is this offensive dessert he provides? Yes, spam masubi.
Please try this. It's spam masubi. It's a delicacy eaten by the poorer of our Japanese citizens.
Oh, the wash basin!
No, it's a cat!
I apologize, Captain. We are not quite used to processed meat.
I understand. Forgive me.
But perhaps we should go get cleaned up, Roger.
Yes, indeed, do.
We are still learning about our culture.
Of course. And in the meantime, I'll take this cat to the lab to have the DNA beneath its claws analyzed.
Captain,
Yes.
I was hoping I would find you here. I saw some of our passengers running away, scraping something off their tongue.
Yes, those were the delegates for the conference.
Well, I was hoping to speak to you. There's a couple of things I've noticed that are peculiar on ship, and I wanted to make sure that I got the credit for it instead of Lieutenant Officer Commander Cromerson.
Do you mean Johnson?
I call him Cromerson when I'm really mad.
It might be your lack of detail in names that is keeping you from promotion, you know.
Sir,
Yes.
I have happily, sort of, been a member of this crew for 6 years, and I feel like I've always been in the shadow of Lieutenant Commander Johnson.
Look, I'm a nice guy. But I'll be blunt. I don't like you. I didn't want you assigned to my ship. I don't think you do a good job. And I'm working every day to see you dismissed from this crew just as soon as possible.
But I'm the hardest working member of this crew.
Hardest working member of this crew. Do you think I didn't check into your files before you came on board this mission?
None of it's true. None of it
Stasis!
all.
What is in her file?
Armed robbery.
Such a black mark.
Dill pickle.
Cannibal.
Yes, she is a cannibal of dill pickles.
We gave up eating sentient dill pickles on Earth centuries ago.
I lived on a remote island with weird hippie parents, and we were last to get that memo. I went to detox, I did all the right things, I had excessive sessions with the rabbi. Why do you let that mar my past? I'm the hardest working member of the crew. Every single discovery that we made. Do you remember when we discovered the ion Smooman?
Yes?
And it changed the way that we were able to travel light speed?
Absolutely,
That
John.
was me!
Look, I'm not saying that you're not a talented officer. What I'm saying is that I don't like you.
Well, Captain,
My mother was a dill pickle!
it would have been helpful to know.
I don't go around telling everyone who comes aboard my ship what type of vegetable my mother was.
Sir, the real reason I came here before we got into this dramatic dialogue is we are missing many of our weapons. The Fremulator, the catapult, the ion, hand cannon, and all of our ion simulators. They're gone, Captain. I've searched everywhere. The tracking devices have been incapacitated. And I think it might be that passenger that we're looking for. But if you don't like me, then I don't have to help.
Listen, we don't have to like each other to work together. But if you have a sense of what's going on, then I need your help on this mission. Are you going to put personal feelings aside and do your job or not? Or would you rather go ahead and eat someone's mother?
As low the blow as that was, Captain, I believe the duty of our mission is more important than personal feelings. So I will make sure that I keep the mission at my heart.
Then I will tell you this. I believe that Ambassador and his wife are up to their noses in what's going on. Whether one of them is ice cream or not, I don't know, but I wouldn't put it past them. If you grab that cat and get that DNA analyzed and find out what happened to those guns and refuse to eat sentient life forms again, maybe, just maybe, you'll earn a place in my estimation.
Aye,
Stasis! Now, let us place these two creatures somewhere unusual in this starship. What say you?
Bathroom shower.
Jim.
Yes, the locker room of the gym's shower. Let us call it forth to being with our powers.
Locker open.
It's a little tricky.